David here from Freedom Founders. One of the things that I think is the hardest to do in life is to be honest with yourself. Yeah, to yourself. We strive to be people of high integrity. I think all of us do, to tell the truth, to do what we say we're going to do. But sometimes the person we let down the most is ourselves. What do I mean by that? Well, there's certain pathways that society, that our parents, teachers, industries talk to us about, tell us, implant in our heads that is the right thing to do in life. For me, and many of you that are listening, it was go to school, get good grades, work hard, climb that ladder of education as high as you can go to get into a good job, career, or profession, or have your own business, right? That's always been looked at and given high due respect in our society. So a lot of people do that. In fact, I'm going to be very open and vulnerable here and say I did the same thing. Now, I had a lot of entrepreneurial characteristics about me when I was very much younger in my youth. I did the lemonade stands. I threw newspaper routes. I mowed lawns, right? I sold greeting cards door to door. I was out there learning how to make money selling at an early age. Before I even had a license to drive, I was riding my bike all over town. Always had that in me. At the same time, I was doing what everybody else said I should do, right? And that's focus on the education because I was wanted to be a doctor like my father. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's still something that to be certainly respected. But I would say that each one of us has an inner DNA, an authentic self, a unique ability that many times is not discovered, or to later in life, or maybe not at all. For me, I kind of had these two pathways. I had this entrepreneurial side here, and I had my formal education side here, or professional practice side. And I kind of ran things parallel, throughout my life. When I was in dental school, I also bought, with my dad's help, my first real estate investment property. And then at the same time, I was obviously in school trying to get through and get licensed to be a dentist. So again, I'm running these things side by side because there's two parts of me. Now, which part is the real me is the question. Which part's the real authentic me? Well, I wanted to believe that I was supposed to be the doctor and be the respected person in the profession. And there again, nothing wrong with that. But as I continued down the pathway, I kept buying real estate, and I kind of really enjoyed that side of the equation, if you will, maybe even more than dentistry. I'm being honest here. Now, I was a very good dentist. I did all the things you would expect a good dentist to do, to take a lot of high-level CE and provide great care and run a great practice. But deep in my heart, I really believe the entrepreneurial side was calling me. Now, you can be an entrepreneur and be a dentist at the same time. Not easy to do if you're trying to be the technician and run the business owner as an entrepreneur. It's like trying to be a player coach for a team. Every college or professional team has a coach, but the coach is not also playing in the game. The coach is out here coaching the other players. I think that's the way it has to be in the entrepreneurial world. Most of us as entrepreneurs are visionaries. We're creators. We're not so good to be down in the trenches doing the detail work, yet I forced myself to do that for many years. It's really not my strong suit. Once I gave myself permission because of my daughter's illness to leave clinical practice, it opened up the door for me to be that entrepreneur. I had no idea where it was going to go, but it just took away literally chains that were holding me back and keeping me trying to do these two paths at the same time. I was much, much happier once I left practice. Now, I'm not telling you that you should do that too, but what I'm saying to you is there's a number of you listening today that you know what I'm talking about, that you haven't given yourself permission because you're afraid, and that's okay, to do that, to even tell your spouse or your parents or maybe professors in school or people who look up to you because of what you've achieved that, hey, this really isn't the life I wanted. I want something different. Now, the deeper entrenched you are in that life, the harder it is to make a change. I will tell you that. But if you're not happy in life, the first place to start in being truthful is to yourself. And the best way to make changes in your life, to make you happy, to let you do what you want to do and do it with passion, is to sort it out, I believe, through a mastermind group. A mastermind group where you've got people that understand you. We've got people in Freedom Founders that are just like me who admit when they come in, I really I'm not passionate about doing the dentistry. I'm passionate about helping people. And if I can do that being an entrepreneur in dentistry, great. Maybe dentistry is not even the place I want to solve problems or help people. Maybe I just have the ability to go through school and get the good grades like so many of us, but that's not really who I am. If you can start to be truthful with yourself and then get around other people that can help you sort that out and figure out your action steps to maybe move you into what you really are passionate about, and use what you've got, use the degree, use the license as I do today, and still connecting with my colleagues, but I don't do clinical practice anymore. I love where I am today. I'm the most happy and satisfied I've ever been in my life, but it didn't happen overnight, and it did not happen in a vacuum. You've got to be part of a group of other people that can help guide you and give and ask you the tough questions, help you sort out, give you clarity so you can make those decisions. If you try to do it in a vacuum, you're not likely to make the steps you need to. You're likely to hold back because, again, of fear, trepidation, just not ready to make that move. Too much risk. But gosh, if you don't risk anything at all in life and you live your life to the end, don't look back and have regrets. That is not something you want to aspire to. Trust me. That's it for today. Remember, always stay focused on your freedom. I'll see you next time.